Over the last 3 years, I've made over $500,000 all organically with my clothing brand. So in this video, I'm gonna break down everything that I know about clothing brand marketing within 10 minutes. I don't wanna waste too much time. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing you need to know about clothing brand marketing is that there's organic and there's paid. Obviously, organic you don't pay for, paid you obviously have to pay for. And when it comes to organic content, there are 3 different sectors that I like to break this down into: Instagram marketing, TikTok marketing, and word of mouth. Instagram is going to be your home page. This is where your brand lives, and this is going to obviously get you the most sales. So you want to make sure that your home page is always aesthetically pleasing and always looks like a visual storefront. That way, when people come to your Instagram account, they can clearly see if they want to buy a product or not. The main issue that I see with people's Instagrams today is that it looks random. There's no lay flat photos. You can't really tell what products they sell, and it just looks like another brand out there. So make sure that you use your ICP, ideal customer profile, to showcase exactly what you want to showcase and exactly your content relates directly to them. Post lay flats, post on body videos, post reels. That's how you're going to be able to scale your Instagram and use it to actually get sales. So that's Instagram. My Instagram has over 55,000 followers right now, and I gained those followers by posting content every single day targeting my ICP. So my models look like my ICP, the song in the video relates to my ICP, the whole video relates to the ICP, the environment relates to the ICP. That's how you're going to win with Instagram, just by making your content aesthetic and being consistent with the reels, and also making sure that your homepage looks like an actual store that people can walk into. The second type of organic content is TikTok content. And TikTok is built more for awareness because people usually don't buy products directly off TikTok. They either buy from Instagram and then to the website, or just straight off the website, however they come across it. But TikTok is going to be used for awareness. TikTok is going to make people know your brand. A wise man once said that somebody needs to see your product at least 7 times before they make a purchase. So building awareness on TikTok is a great thing to do. I've seen brands spam TikTok slideshows on multiple accounts. I've had a student post 17 times a day on different accounts and was able to scale his clothing brand to 100K. So TikTok for you is going to be a volume game. The more you post, the better you post, the more obviously sales you can get and the more eyes you can get on your brand. Don't really focus on likes, comments, engagement with TikTok because the algorithm could be a bit wacky. Just post as much good content as you can, whether that's B-roll footage, whether that's modeling videos, whatever you got to do. Just spam content on TikTok. Try to go viral, but more than likely, just be high at volume. Third form of marketing is something that I like a lot that a lot of brand owners don't talk about, and that's word of mouth marketing. This is where you talk to people IRL and make a personal connection and personal touch with your clothing brand. And a lot of brand owners don't take advantage of this, but it is the freest way to market. And more than likely, somebody talking to you IRL versus them just seeing your brand on TikTok is going to make them want to buy more. So the IRL strategy, you can do this at pop-up shops, you can do this at work, you can do this at school, you can do this in an elevator. You can honestly do this anywhere you go. When you see somebody, just first give them a compliment. Yo, bro, I like your shoes. I got a clothing brand. You know, you mind dropping me a follow or checking it out? Simple stuff like that, bro. And I encourage you guys to do that every single day as much as possible. Number 1, wear your clothing brand. And then number 2, tell people about your clothing brand. You don't want to build a brand that nobody knows about IRL. You want to make sure that you get those little jitters out early when you're building your clothing brand when it comes to talking to people about what your brand is about. So start doing word of mouth, direct marketing, talking to people IRL. These are the first 3 types of marketing. Super simple. Don't cost any money. Instagram, focus on aesthetics. TikTok, focus on consistency. Word of mouth, just focus on talking to people about your brand. And also, I created another video on how to actually go about creating content for these different things. But I think most important with these 3 is going to be doing stuff that directly tailors to your brand identity and ICP. Every single photo, every single video should relate directly to the person that you're trying to target. If not, you're going to look like every other clothing brand out there. So keep that in mind when you're going about your content. Yo, before you finish the video, I want to put you on some tools that I know will help you grow your clothing brand. Tool number 1 is a link to get Shopify for literally $1 a month. If you haven't got started with Shopify just yet, don't pay $40 a month. Use the link inside the description to literally get it for $1 a month. Tool number 2 is Dropflow AI. It's an app that I built that basically helps you manage your clothing brand's money. That link is also inside the description. Tool number 3 is Website Empire. I know you guys have a lot of issues building out your website, so that team can literally help you. That link is inside the description as well. I believe they charge $100 to build sites. Tool number 4 is the manufacturer that I use for my clothing brand. His name is Farewell Industry. Pakistan guy, has made a lot of products for me. He's also inside the description. And I have to say the best for last, tool number 5 is my AI prompts. It's a list of 20 plus prompts that you can use on ChatGPT to help you build your clothing brand. All of that is inside the description. Go ahead and get access to what you need to get access to, and then get back to the video. Second form of marketing is paid marketing. And there's a couple different sectors that I have in here. You have ads, you have communication, and then you have influencer marketing. And these are all paid. Paid traffic is good as well. I personally think that you only should take advantage of paid traffic after you've done well organically with your products. So once you sell 100 products or something, go put that product into paid ads and it can make so much money. But the first section is going to be ads. You can run paid ads on TikTok, Instagram, Google. Those are where most paid ads are run, through Facebook Meta. I just dropped my marker, but it's okay. When it comes to ads on Instagram, those are going to be more of your lay flats. Also see a lot of people use AI, but it's just going to be about the creative and the copy. Obviously, if you don't know how to run ads, you should take the time to go learn it or hire an agency, but don't sign your life away to some crazy contract to where you're paying $2,000 a month plus ad revenue and they're not even making you money. So you want to learn about ads and learn how to actually run them. That way, when you go hire somebody, you know what you're actually doing. That is paid ads on Instagram and Facebook Meta. TikTok ads is more about the video creative, more about funny, viral videos that have the potential to reach a large audience. The goal with TikTok ads is not actually conversion. It's more of views that lead to eventual conversion. Because like I said, Instagram is going to convert higher than TikTok. Facebook Meta ads on Instagram is going to convert higher than TikTok ads as well. TikTok ads is just used for views, and those views eventually convert to sales. But basically, your best performing videos, just run ads on them when it comes to TikTok ads. And then you have Google ads. That's just Google AdSense, to where your brand pops up first when people search up certain keywords. You can run that inside Google. A lot of brands don't take advantage of this, but the bigger brands like Nike, Essence, Rick Owens, Supreme definitely do run some Google ads as well. Their ad budget is pretty insane, so they can obviously split their ads in between a lot of different places. If I was just now starting my clothing brand and I got my first drop and the product sold out of 100 pieces, the next drop I would get 200 and I would jump into Instagram or TikTok ads, dump some money into there, probably around $50 to $100 a day, depending on what my budget is. And obviously I would be testing different ad sets, etc. But those are paid ads with Instagram, TikTok, in Google. There's also comms. This is what I call communication. This is direct contact to your customers. This is SMS and email marketing. This is just as important as organic content. The literal strategy that I do for my clothing brand is I run organic content to this paid communication tab. The reason why this works so well is because you get to directly contact your audience. So you have your SMS list of phone numbers that people gave to you. So imagine you go outside, you talk to a girl, you ask for her Instagram. She's like, I don't really use Instagram, but you can have my phone number. Obviously, she's interested in talking to you versus her just following you on Instagram. So that's why I like to drive my Instagram and TikTok traffic directly to my SMS list, so I can use the SMS list eventually in the future. And also, if you guys didn't know, a warm SMS list converts at minimum 10%. So if you have 1,000 SMS subscribers and you got a warm list, either they joined within the last 2 weeks or they joined for a specific product, you can expect to get 100 orders. That's just simply how it works. That's why I love SMS marketing. I attribute the whole $500,000 that I made with my clothing brand in the last 3 years to SMS marketing. I have over 15,000 SMS subscribers right now. And then there's influencer marketing. This isn't necessarily paid, but it is one of the things that most people end up paying for their clothing brand. And there's different ways that I go about influencer marketing. There's targeted, there's mass, and then there's IRL. Targeted is where you find an influencer that has a good hold on your audience. The ICP matters, like I just said. Everything ICP matters. Everything you do for your ICP, do for your brand identity. So find somebody within your niche that has a hold of your ICP. So let's say I own a boxing brand. I might go find a small town boxer that has an audience of inspiring boxers, right? Send a product to them, or reach out to them first. Hey, I want to cook up with you. You know, I got this product for you. How much would it cost me for a promo? Or don't even ask for a price. They might throw a price at you. Either way, your product costs. So you're going to be losing that money and basically spending that money on the influencer marketing. They reach out, you sign the deal, whatever the case may be, get them to post your product. Also, you can just pay influencers for story posts, as well as mass influencer marketing is what I consider just sending a product to a PO box. I've done this for my clothing brand. I sent a random product to Quan. It ended up getting over 1 million views on multiple platforms. That drop made me over $200,000. So that's sending clothes to PO boxes. You can send it to Quan's, Kai Nats, Duke Dennis's, Anybody that has a mass following that you see has a PO box, you can just ship your product to them, and hopefully something cooks up. Could eventually just lose the money, but regardless, if they get the product, hopefully they open it up on camera. Hopefully they actually wear it. It's a risk, but you spent money on the product. That's why I include it as paid marketing. And then you have IRL. That's where you meet somebody IRL. Just like, let's say there's a rapper doing a meet and greet in your city. You go to the meet and greet, you shake his hand, you give him the product, you paid for the concert, you paid for the product, you get the content. That is paid marketing. And that is all of the paid marketing section. I just broke down pretty much in 10 minutes how you guys can go about marketing your clothing brand. I can do a more in-depth video, maybe like an hour course on this, talking about content, talking about ICP, talking about brand identity and how to make that into a world building with your content. That's a whole different section. I just want to cook up a quick 10-minute video to show you guys how to go about marketing your clothing brand for the basics and the basis of doing it. You got organic, Instagram, TikTok, word of mouth. You got ads, Instagram paid ads, TikTok paid ads, Google ads, communications, SMS and email, and influencer marketing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is D. If you want any one-on-one clothing brand help, there's a link down below inside the description. I'm out.